Now at 10, calling for action.
Instead of sitting on your couch and being mad and frustrated, get out that door and do something.
A plea for the community to speak up.
We have to come out of our homes. We have to come out of our churches and our mosques and into the streets.
And stop the violence.
Let's start loving one another.
Those pleas come hours after a 9-year-old girl was struck by a stray bullet while inside her home. Good evening, I'm George Mallet.
And I'm Carol Meekins. Zalea Jenkins remains in critical condition after the shooting last night near 15th and Meineke.
We have team coverage tonight. Corrine Zell talking to a local man inspiring kids to keep the streets safe.
But we begin with Rebecca Clough outside Children's Hospital. Rebecca.
Carol and George, as Zalea Jenkins fights for her life tonight, police are asking people to break their silence, and some community members are putting that same pressure on their neighbors. Shouts and prayers.
God, well, I pray that you would just strengthen them.
Fill street corners around Milwaukee for Zalea Jenkins, the 9-year-old who was shot in her home.
We have to find out who did this shooting and bring them to justice because, you know, no child should have to go through that.
Her best friend, 10-year-old Nyesha Hurst, is struggling to understand.
I hope that she feels better and that she can be able to come out and walk out and talk to me.
Nyesha says her favorite thing to do with Zalea is play football together and talk.
I really miss her very much.
Nyesha's dad said he had to explain to his daughter what happened to Zalea. Two groups of people shooting at one another on the street. He says people can't just accept that violence.
In order for these kinds of things to stop, people have to start caring more about one another.
And whoever did it, they shouldn't have did it in the first place because it's not a good idea to shoot a kid in the head.
Zalea Jenkins remains in critical condition tonight. For now, reporting live at Children's Hospital, Rebecca Clough, today's TMJ4.
Sobering. Thank you, Rebecca.
Our team coverage continues tonight with a man trying to save his block. His weapon is a garden, giving neighbors hope and purpose. Could this be one way to ease the violence?
Corrine Zell joins us live with an update on an effort that just might be working.
George and Carol, the mayor held a press conference at the Garden today to show how one Milwaukee community is being proactive in their fight.
I think we got a lot of growing to do.
For this Milwaukee neighborhood, growth stems from a garden.
A murder right on the street here the first week I moved here. And this was all empty, and I felt at that time something had to be happening. And somehow from heaven, gardening came to me.
A reminder of that night in 2011, still here at 9th and Ring. A time when neighbors were afraid to walk down their street.
Oh, it was terrible. A lot of drugs, a lot of gang banging, a lot of speeding down the street, a lot of everything.
Across the way, with the help of his neighbors, Andre Lee Ellis created a community garden.
And our mission is to take young black boys in the community, teach them how to grow their own food, keep the street clean, and give them life skills that work for them.
A garden changed this neighborhood.
It make everything better in the hood. Somebody has something to do. It won't be no more violence, stuff like that, you know.
Well, it gives all these young kids something to do and help the neighborhood, you know, like get vegetables, tomatoes.
While the garden is helping save lives in this neighborhood, Ellis says the city has a lot of growing left to do.
We got some real serious mending to do based on what happened the other night, you know. The children should be off limits to any of that.
The program to help young men in the community is called We Got This Milwaukee. You can learn more about it on our website, TMJ4.com. Reporting live downtown Milwaukee, Corrine Zell, today's TMJ4.
That offers a glimmer of hope. Thank you very much, Corrine.